How's it going? Welcome to I Am Necrosis 83's quick overview on Varus. He is an AD carry for bottom lane. I've seen some people play him mid. This guide will not cover that. This guide is all about my aggressive style playing Varus. His lore. The life of an arrow is fleeting, built of nothing but direction and intent. Before I get started, I do have a cold. I'm only making this video once. Sorry if I cough. For his incomparable skill with the bow and his unquestioned sense of honor, Varus was chosen to be the warden of a sacred Ionian temple. This temple was built to contain an ancient pit of corruption so vile that the Ionian elders feared it could envelop the whole island in darkness. Varus prided himself on his position, as only the most exceptional Ionian warriors were selected for this role. He lived with his family in a nearby village and led a quiet life of disciplined routine until the day the forces of Noxus invaded Ionia. Their shocked troops left nothing but death and desolation in their wake, and the temple lay in their path. Varus was forced to make a decision. He was bound by honor to stay and defend the temple, but without him the village's few inhabitants could offer little resistance against the oncoming war machine. Gravely he chose to fulfill his duty as a warden. The corruption could not be allowed to escape. His arrows sundered the troops who tried to wrest the temple from him that day. However, when he returned to the village, he found that it had been reduced to a smoldering graveyard. Remorse at the sight of his slain family gave way to overwhelming regret and then to seething hatred. He swore to slaughter every Noxian invader, but first he needed to become stronger. He then turned to which he had sacrificed everything to protect. The pit of corruption would consume him wholly, as a flame devours a wick, but its abominable power would burn within him until he was lost. This was a path from which there could be no return. With grim resolve, he condemned himself to the black flames, feeling malevolent energy bond to his skin, and with it the promise of ruin. He left seeking the blood of all Noxians involved with the invasion, a grisly task that eventually led him to the invasion's most infamous perpetrators in the League of Legends. As I said, he is a bottom lane AD carry. Go over some of his abilities really quick in this opening video. Hope you guys enjoy this guide. It is my first guide, so try not to be too harsh on me. Alright. Living Vengeance. This is his passive, and anytime Varus kills an enemy, whether it's CS or a champion, he gains attack speed. This bonus is larger if the enemy is a champion though. Piercing Arrow is my first ability that I max out. That's your Q. Straight off the bat, I'm coming out of the bush, bottom lane, hitting their AD carry, getting them nice and scared, and farming with this. Basically, you're readying an arrow. Takes a few seconds if you want to charge it up. I mainly don't charge it up if I'm in a close fight or it's close in terms of hit points. Blighted Quiver. This is basically a passive for his auto attack. It's an ability that stacks up to 3 times, lasts for 6 seconds, and your other abilities detonate it to cause, more magic damage to them. Hail of Arrows. I normally use this to only last hit minions or slow down fleeing or pursuing champions. It can also be used to last hit a fleeing champion under a turret or just to hinder someone's healing abilities while you're fighting them. For instance, if a Sona or a Tarek are around, you want to probably lay that down on whoever you're focusing. Chain of Corruption. I think this is one of the best ultimates in the game for AD carries. Basically, you're firing tendrils of corruption towards an enemy champion. Hits the first one, it immobilizes them, moves to the next one. I don't really even care if it's just an AD carry in bottom lane by itself. If I get a chance and they've overextended, I'm gonna hit them with my R, hit them with E, hit them with Q, auto attack them a few times, and when they're fleeing with like 100 hit points left, after that combo, my Q's already back up and I ended there. So that's a quick way to really kill someone really quick. So like I said, this is I Am Necrosis 83 doing my first guide here, and my first video for my guide. Hope you guys enjoy.